Welcome into the first night of Wrestlemania. This is going to be a very, very heavily linked NWO card, and here is the first match of the evening. Mustafa Ali making his way to the ring, and he'll be taking on Santos Escobar in the first of 5 big matches on the evening. Other NWO matches will be Bron Breakker taking on Seth Rollins for the WWE title, and then Liv Morgan goes for her first Raw Women's Championship as she takes on Charlotte Flair in the main event. The other matches we'll be seeing on this card will be from the Smackdown brand, and it'll be Riddle taking on Walter in what is sure to be a heavy-hitting matchup, and we'll also have Solo Sikoa taking on a mystery opponent from Mexico that Kevin Owens has promised to deliver for tonight. But getting back to the task at hand here, it's going to be Mustafa Ali taking on Santos Escobar. Santos Escobar and Mustafa Ali have been going back and forth and kind of been on the creating their own feud around the WWE title, with Santos helping out Seth and Mustafa Ali being there for Bron Breakker. But now the focus is on them as they're the opening match on WrestleMania Night 1. Get things started here with Mustafa Ali hitting a big Hurricane Rana right off the bat. Yes, you can probably expect this one will be a very fast-paced matchup, as these two are some of the best high flyers and quickest technicians on the roster. Mustafa Ali goes for a strike. It's blocked there by Santos Escobar, who hits a big trip there and kind of caught Mustafa Ali off guard. Escobar going, and he hits a Hurricane Rana of his own. As you can see there, things are really picking up quickly here. Santos has Mustafa Ali, places him up against the ropes. What's he looking for here? It's a big clothesline, knocking Mustafa Ali to the ground. Escobar sizing up his opponent, hits the ropes. What's he going for here? A big suicide dive knocks Mustafa Ali to the ground. That's what we expected for this one. We'll see if Escobar can take advantage. He got Ali back in the ring very quickly. Is he going to go for the cover? No, he's not. Going to continue his attack. And wrong move, as Mustafa Ali was there, and he's going to go for the quick roll up. Gets 1, 2, and Escobar able to kick out. And again, another block there, and now it's Santos. Santos Escobar going to go for a quick roll up too. 1, 2, and Ali this time able to kick out right before the 3. These guys very much mirroring each other in style in ring, and it shows off the bat early on. Mustafa Ali blocks the kick, jumps over the ropes. It's a big kick to the head of Santos Escobar. And now it's Ali's turn. He has Escobar up against the ropes. He's going to send Escobar to the floor. What's Ali thinking here? It's Ali's turn to get fired up. He's going to hit the ropes. And he goes for a suicide dive of his own. And Escobar goes hard into the announce table. Very, very fast-paced action in this one. Mustafa Ali going to get Escobar into the ring. Goes for a kick. And Escobar just too far away. But then walked into it. Into the neck breaker. Great maneuver there by Ali. Now Ali's going to go to the top rope. He's sizing up Escobar. What's he going to do here? Big missile dropkick connects. And now goes for the cover. But only manages to get a 2. But Mustafa Ali doing the right thing here. Staying on the attack. Sends Escobar into the corner. But Escobar able to reverse out. Now he's sending Ali to the corner. Well, Escobar looking, going up top here. What's he looking for? A top rope Hurricane Rana. And again, Escobar not going for the pin. Instead, setting up. And hits a dude buster, going for the cover. 1, 2, and Ali just able to kick out before the 3 count. What a maneuver that was. Escobar here has an arm trap suplex and he hits it. Escobar in control right now. Going for the super kick. It was blocked there by Elite, but then steps over and hits a big heel kick of his own. It's a big snap suplex there. Heading to the apron. What's he going for here? The rolling face buster. He's hit it. Is he going to go for the pin? He's not. If he's looking to go to the top rope for that 054, he is. If he hits it, it's surely done. And he nails it. Going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Mustafa Ali is victorious in the first matchup of WrestleMania. Big win there for Mustafa Ali, and the NWO are 1-0 on the night. Next up, we're going to have our first match from the Smackdown brand. That's going to be Matt Riddle here making his entrance as he called out Walter on a couple weeks ago on SmackDown. And not only was his challenge accepted, Walter delivered a sneak attack on Riddle and left him laying in the ring. And then in the go-home episode of SmackDown just last week, Matt Riddle cost Walter his undefeated streak when he took on Wes Lee. And when it looked like Riddle was helping Wes Lee up to his feet, he actually just nailed him with a kick that got Walter disqualified. Obviously, Walter was not too happy about that, and we'll see if that is shown in this matchup here. But Walter has been very dominant since making his SmackDown debut last month, and he looks to continue it in this big WrestleMania matchup. Walter's first of his career. And there he is, ever present, ever dominating presence there, commanding the whole stadium right now, and that's why he gets the name the In-Ring General. But Walter known for his chops. Riddle no slouch either when it comes to strikes, so this one should be a really, really great matchup. There goes the bell, and this one's underway. Two-man face-off. Riddle goes for the first strike, but it's anticipated by Walter, and Walter hits a huge chop right off the bat. But right back to his feet is Riddle, who hits a big chop of his own, going into the palm strike combo, and nails a big head kick. Now it's Riddle's turn to get fired up. Walter again with a big chop. And again, I think this is going to be a common theme of this matchup, just big chop after big chop. And the big just drops the weight there on the chest of Riddle. Then hits a huge big boot. Walter picking up Riddle. What's he going for here? Sends him to the corner. And hits another big boot right across the face of Matt Riddle. Going for the cover. Oh, but Riddle's feet underneath the rope. I don't think that would have been enough to put away Riddle anyway, but it broke up the count regardless. Walter just continuing these chops. Brings Riddle over to the corner. And again continues. Another one. And there's a big overhand chop has Riddle seated in that corner. And a big knee to the face. Nothing pretty here about this offense. It's straight up just chop after chop. And another one just sends Riddle to the ground. Will this be enough? 1, 2. Riddle able to kick out. Yeah, like I was saying, nothing too fancy about the maneuvers being executed here by Walter, but they are devastating nonetheless. Walter's got Riddle up on his shoulder, heading over to that rope. Riddle able to get out of it. Goes for a chop block. Very smart move there by Matt Riddle. And hits a chop of his own, and again, these two are just firing in this matchup. Riddle has Walter up and just drops him neck first on that top rope. There was Riddle showing his power, being able to pick up Walter. And again, Riddle just going hard with these chops and hits another big combo, again finished by that big head kick. 1, 2, won't be enough to put away Walter. So even though Walter did lose last week on SmackDown, it was by disqualification, so Walter is still yet to be pinned or submitted on the SmackDown brand. And just as we say that, Riddle hits a nice maneuver, Goes for the cover and not even a 1. Walter kicks out right away very, very quickly. But Riddle not getting discouraged. He's staying on the attack. What's he going to go for here? He's going to drag Walter around. Going for that again. Again, he hits it. Driving Walter neck first onto that top rope. Now sending him to the corner. Oh, just a big shot to the kidney. Gets Walter seated and then follows up with a big knee. Matt Riddle in control right now. I can't say I saw this coming. I thought Walter was going to dominate more. I don't know. What's Matt Riddle going for here on the top rope? This is going to be very interesting to see. Will he be able to get Walter up? Oh no, and Walter able to fight out of the big superplex. Oh, and Riddle lands hard face first on the mat. And Walter hits a huge splash. We were not expecting that. Will it be enough? 1, 2, and Riddle just kicks out. Walter hitting a huge splash. That was digging deep in the Walter arsenal there. And now back to something where we're more used to, some chops. Into a big clothesline. Will that be enough? 1, 2, and Riddle again just able to get out before the 3 count. I'm still in shock and awe of that Walter splash getting huge air and landing hard on Riddle. Oh, very nice maneuver by Walter, getting out of the way and turning it into a German suplex. Then another big chop. I'm not sure how much more this Riddle can take here. He's going to have to get out of there. And he, just as I say, he does do it. He gets out of the way with a big chop, hits a reversal, flips Walter over, and hits a big knee strike right to the jaw. I thought Riddle would go for a cover there. He doesn't. Instead, hits a big head kick. And is nailing in the rights. And we got a submission here. Will Walter tap? Riddle has it locked in. This would be a huge win for Riddle, especially against such a big opponent. But Walter uses that size and he's able to get out. But Walter is rocked right now. And Riddle hits the RKO. It's got to be over here. 1, 2. Oh, and Walter is able to kick out somehow just before the 3 count. Unbelievable right now. Riddle hit that RKO out of nowhere. Now Walter was able to block a strike, but not able to block the following head kick. And what's Riddle going for here? Sending Walter to the corner again. And now just big kicks. Just a moment ago, I thought it was Riddle who was out of it, but now it looks like Walter who's in big trouble. But again, now it's his turn to be able to get away from that foot choke, and then hits a big boot. Walter really needed that, and I was going to go for the cover. 1, 2, on Riddle's turn just to kick out. This one's unbelievable. The hard hitting we thought was going to happen. Walter swings wildly, misses a chop, but fights back from that strike by Riddle. Then hits a big strike, and throws Riddle to the outside. What's Walter thinking here? He's following Riddle to the outside. Big kick to the gut. Oh, this isn't looking good for Riddle. And a big power bomb to the apron. Lower back right on the hardest part of the ring. Brutal landing there for Matt Riddle. Walter going to follow it up. He's going to go for the cover. He's not. He's signaling this one is over. Will he be looking for those power bombs? I think he is. There's 1. And he's holding on. There's 2. And the 3rd powerbomb. Riddle in big trouble. Will he be able to kick out of this one? 1, 2, and 3. Walter is your winner in an absolutely brutal matchup. Both men were firing shots non-stop. Riddle's chest was beat red after so many chops, and it is Walter who walks away victorious. There's no break in the action, as next up is again another matchup from the Smackdown brand. And it's Solo Sikoa versus a mystery opponent. It was just a couple weeks ago that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens beat Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa, but on a technicality, Sami Zayn was fired, so Who's his opponent going to be here? No, it couldn't be. It couldn't be. You know that music. It's El Generico. This is shocking right now. El Generico was supposed to be retired and living comfortably off in Mexico, but Kevin Owens made a call, and El Generico is here. This is absolutely crazy. El Generico and Kevin Owens have had their feuds in the past. They've tagged together, but now it's El Generico who'll be stepping in place for Sami Zayn to take on Solo Sikoa. And El Generico comes out of the corner flying, hits a big clothesline right off the bat. Just nailing strikes, right hand after right hand, and then a big European uppercut. El Generico is fired up right now. I don't think Solo Sikoa could have thought that it would be Generico stepping in here, but he'll have to get ready for the game plan here as Generico is coming out hot. Hits a snap suplex, hits another one, could be going for a third. We'll see here, he's going to pick up Sikoa. And he is, and he floats over into the cover. This could be over quickly. 1, 2, Sikoa able to kick out. And Solo Sikoa going to step outside the ring here, take a breather, as I don't think the fans have settled down yet that with the realization that El Generico is here right now. Solo's going to step back into the ring, and Generico almost turning his back to Sikoa, and that may have been a mistake. Sikoa hits a big strike. Sami Zayn's turn now. El Generico, I should say. And it was blocked there by Sikoa, and then into a big combo of strikes there by Sikoa. Now he looks for the win. 1, and just a 1 as Generico able to kick out. And then he blocks a strike and hits a big kick to the gut, sending Sikoa into the corner, and hits a big haluva kick. Unbelievable right there. Into a big scoop slam, and there's no breaks here for El Generico. It just continues on. Big half Nelson suplex right there. And Generico is fired up. Generico now taking Sikoa to the corner. What are we looking for? Here, going to send him outside. Oh, could he be going for the through the ropes tornado DDT? He is. What a maneuver there by El Generico. One of the most impressive moves in all of professional wrestling, and he nails it with ease perfectly. He's going to send Solo back into the ring for the cover. It could be. No cover. Just going to continue the attack here. And that may have been a mistake, as Solo's able to get out of it. But Generico stays on the attack and hits a big kick to the back of the neck. Generico taking Solo over to the corner. Oh, could he be going for... This is one of the most spectacular moves if he's going for it. Is he going for the Brain Buster? He is. Brain Buster right on the top rope. This one's over. You can count to 100. 1, 2, 3. El Generico is the winner here in his WrestleMania debut. What a win for Generico, stepping in for Sami Zayn, getting the big win and revenge against Solo Sikoa. It's great to see El Generico back in a wrestling ring. Up next, we're going to go right to the WWE Championship matchup as Seth Rollins will be taking on Bron Breakker. Seth Rollins will be looking to get that WWE Championship back around his waist that he's had for so much time of this Mygm, losing it at last pay-per-view to Bron Breakker, and he kind of coerced Breakker into giving him a rematch at the WWE Championship, and then just did one of the worst things and just big booting Liv Morgan right in the face and then running away, and he'll probably have to pay for that in this matchup right here. because here comes the WWE Champion, Bron Breakker. As you can see, his new look WWE title with that NWO spray painted across. Bron Breakker will be looking for revenge in this matchup, which again is a street fight. There it is. There's a shot of the new NWO WWE Championship. And you can imagine that Bron's going to want to get his hands on Seth in the worst way. And he comes out firing as expected. And sending Seth right over the top rope immediately. And this one's going to head to the outside. Bron has just carrying Seth around. And throws it right into the corner there, landing hard on the mat. Bron Breakker's only loss so far has come in that mixed tag matchup where the ref's back was turned and Seth very illegally, like we mentioned before, hit Liv Morgan in the face with a big boot. And I think, again, he's going to have to pay for that now. And what are we going to see Bron get underneath the ring? The first weapon being introduced in this matchup is a kendo stick, and it's used immediately right to the midsection of Seth, and then across the back. Oh, Seth's able to steal it from Bron, and Bron's going to take one in the midsection, and then it just explodes across the back of Bron Breakker. You have to think that we're not sure if Bron is in the right headspace mentally after watching his friend Liv Morgan get kicked in the head by Seth. But Seth has Bron up right now and dropped him face first on the apron. Brutal maneuver there by Seth Rollins. Again, what's he going for here? Has him up in that powerbomb position. And takes the powerbomb to the apron and then swings him into the apron. Very, very tough landing there for Bron Breakker. Seth's got that chair and just cracks it over the head of Bron Breakker. Seth isn't backing down from this one and taking the fight to the champion with multiple chair shots. You can just see the dents in those chairs. Absolutely brutal. And I'd get him back into the ring and go for the cover, which I think he's doing right now. Seth could steal this one very early on. 1, 2, and Bron able to power out just before the 3 count. Seth's going to keep it going here. Multiple strikes. Sends Bron into the corner. What's he looking for on the top rope? And he hits a big top rope Hurricane Rana. And again going for the cover. 1, 2, and again Bron able to kick out right before the 3. But then a big knee strike there by Seth. Seth doing the right thing. He's coming close, but not getting frustrated on it, and just continuing to take the fight to Breakker. He hits a sit out flat out DDT there, and then a big step up kick. Seth going to the top rope here. I was gonna say Bron has to be a bit too far for that Phoenix Splash. Instead, goes a big diving cross body, and he hits it. Still going a very long way, and then a cover again. And again, Bron able to kick out. Seth could be looking for the pedigree here. He is, but Bron able to get out and hits a big clothesline instead. Bron hits another big clothesline, now using the power game. That's what Bron's going to do. He definitely has the power advantage in this matchup. And he's got that leg trap exploder suplex. Bron just stalking his opponent right now. Going for the grapple, was able to get out of it to Seth, but then he eats a right. And then another big clothesline. Again, Bron, couple rights. Oh, then Seth able to get out of there with the big jawbreaker. And hits a big jumping one-legged drop kick. Now could he be going for that Phoenix Splash? He is, and he's hit it. 1, 2, and Bron again able to kick out, but with far less power than earlier on in the matchup. Seth with a big kick to the gut. And was going for a powerbomb, but Bron again able to get out of there with using his strength to flip Seth Rollins over his back. Now he's got Seth on his shoulders. A big military press drop. There, Bron showing power again. And going for the cover. 1, 2. Barely even a 2. Seth showing he's got tons of fight left in him. Now Bron sending Seth outside again. And Bron going to continue the attack on the outside. And send Seth hard into the stairs. Oh, Bron has the stairs in hand right now. Just stalking Seth Rollins. If he hits him with those stairs, that's not going to be good for Seth. It's going to be good night. And he just cracks him right over the head. Unbelievable. Seth has to be dazed right now as he took that shot very, very hard. And now Bron's got Seth up into a powerbomb position here. Oh, I can't be looking for a powerbomb on the stairs. Oh, and he nails Seth right on those stairs with a powerbomb. Absolutely brutal landing there for Seth Rollins. Is Bron going to go for the cover? Seth could be out here. 1, 2, and Seth somehow able to kick out after that nasty looking powerbomb right on those steel steps. Full Nelson slam there by Bron. Just nails Seth with a big kick to the face. And falls out with a big knee strike to the side of the head. Where's Bron going now? Again, looking underneath the apron there. And he's got himself a table. Fully taking advantage of this no disqualification street right stipulations. He's thrown the table up, but now Seth has it. And he's Smash Breakker right across the face. A little bit of inexperience there by Bron. Throwing the table in, not realizing his opponent had already stood up to his feet. And now he could be the one eating this table. Seth was going for it there, but Bron able to fight out. And Seth send him to the corner. Hits a big strike. And then has Bron seated in the corner now. What's he doing? Another big strike. Both these men are have to be a little gas left in the tank. This one's been a very, very brutal matchup so far. Seth has got Bron into the ropes. Sends him hard to the outside. Bron landing very hard there. And it's Seth starting to hit a slingshot or a diving dropkick through the middle rope. Bron almost out on his feet here. And Seth doing the right thing, getting him right back in the ring. Oh, he's looking for that stomp. And he's hit it! Seth will become WWE Champion again. 1, 2, and Bron just able to kick out. Just able to kick out before the count of 3. Barely getting that shoulder off the mat, but he did get it, and that's all that matters. Seth's starting to show a little bit of frustration now as he hits the spinning forearm, and I think he's going to set his attention back to that table. But it's Bron fighting out before they get there. But Bron's still staggered here. But fighting away from that table. Now it's Seth being put into that table. Bron looking for the spear, but Seth able to get out of the way. May have just saved himself the matchup there. But Bron again blocks the strike. Hits a big slam there. And not going for the cover. What's he going for here? Send Seth to the corner. Then sending him back across the other corner. Seth not going through that table, able to stop in time, but then a big spear! A big spear by Breakker sends Seth right through the table, and it just shatters in the corner. And now Bron has Seth up, and he hits the power slam. Going for the cover here, will that be enough? 1, 2, 3! Bron Breakker retains in an absolutely brutal street fight. But what a win by Bron Breakker, and his first matchup at WrestleMania is a successful WWE title defense. Congratulations to Bron Breakker, who remains WWE Champion. And now we're on to the main event of the evening, as Liv Morgan goes for her first Raw Women's Championship. It was a few years ago that Liv cut a promo on stage basically saying if she couldn't beat Charlotte, she'll have to rethink things over, and she has in a big way. And she has been absolutely on fire since joining the NWO, and she looks to take that trailblazing path all the way to the WrestleMania main event where she becomes champion. It's going to be no easy task because it's against Charlotte Flair, who's been undefeated since joining Raw. Charlotte had a tough start to this Mygm when she was over on Smackdown, but after having to leave the brand due to Stephanie McMahon's stipulations, Charlotte Flair has now turned it around here on Raw. There goes the bell, and this main event is underway. Both women just staring each other down, taking this moment in here as they slowly meet at the middle of the ring. On just the disrespect by Charlotte Flair, turning her back on her opponent, and Liv just fires in a strike. And letting it, just good kicks there to the legs. Now has Charlotte Flair down, and just running her like a surfboard, just stomping to the back of the neck there. Now it's Liv Morgan's turn to bask in the celebration there. But she's got to stay focused. It's a big matchup for her. Charlotte going for one of those chops. Liv blocked, hits a big slap. Then sends Charlotte into the ropes and hits a nice hip toss. Liv Morgan has improved leaps and bounds since that time. When she originally lost to Charlotte a couple of years ago. And she looks to get full revenge here and capture her first Raw Women's Championship with a win against the Queen. Liv back in control after a few chops from Charlotte, then hits a big step up in Seguri. Liv looking to complete a perfect night for the NWO as they're 2-0 so far, and Liv looks to make it 3 here in this main event. Now it's Liv's turn to hit some chops to Charlotte. And going for it. Oh, Charlotte able to reverse from the corner. And she's going to throw Liv in there. And she's going to hit some chops of her own, showing her how it's done. And the third chop just takes Liv Morgan down to the ground. Charlotte has Morgan up and hits the big shin breaker there. Could be targeting for that figure 8 later on this matchup. Has Liv up against the ropes. What's she looking for here? Oh, just laying out Liv Morgan on the top rope there. Gonna go for the cover. 1, 2, and just a 2 count. Way too early to put Liv Morgan away in the form she's been in. Again though, just dragging her to the corner. What's Charlotte gonna do here? A big clothesline takes Liv Morgan over the top rope. And now it's Charlotte Flair starting to strut her stuff and take a moment here. She's gonna follow Liv to the outside. Hits a big strike to the lower back. Charlotte gonna bring the action back into the ring. No, gonna take it around the outside for a little bit. And drives Liv Morgan back first into that barricade. Tough landing there for Liv. Again, Charlotte Flair's not done here. It sends Morgan into the announce desk. We're hitting a big chop that sends her face first again to the announce desk. Hits a big slap. And again into that table. and then into the stairs. This has been a tough trip on the outside of the ring here for Morgan. And is Charlotte Flair just going to let this one end in a count out? It looks like she might, as she's just taking her time on the top rope. Liv struggling to get to her feet here. We're at a count of 7. At a count of 8. But she's going to make it back into the ring. And she's met with a big clothesline by Charlotte Flair. Charlotte has owned the last practical 2-3 minutes of this matchup. And she continues here looking for a big suplex. Oh, but Liv able to sneak out the back. And hits a big German suplex. She needed that to stop the momentum there, Charlotte Flair. It just hits pulling Charlotte right by the hair. Liv going to the outside. What's she looking for? Going to grab Charlotte, but Charlotte's just dazed too far away. Now Charlotte goes to attack Liv. Oh, and just a big smack. Hops over the top rope and into another slap there. Big combo there by Liv Morgan that hits with a switch-footed left foot kick that knocks Charlotte Flair down. Gets the 1. Barely a 2 count though, as Charlotte Flair is still way too fresh. Now it's Liv's turn, has Charlotte on those ropes. Oh, we've seen her do this before, looking for that springboard bulldog off the top rope, and she's hit it. Big maneuver there by Morgan. Now she's going to go for the cover again. 1, 2. Much closer call this time, but Charlotte's still able to get off the mat. And it's Liv's turn to get frustrated. She can't get frustrated right now. She's got to stay focused on this one. And that complaining to the ref may have bought Charlotte some extra time. She's able to reverse the strike. And now she's back in control. And it's a big jumping forearm right into the face of Liv. Again, back with those chops. And again, looking for that shin breaker, and hits it. Liv's left leg is taking a lot of damage. She'll need to avoid that figure 8 and a big boot. This is how Charlotte Flair put away Ronda Rousey at last year's WrestleMania. Will it be enough to put away Liv Morgan here? She's dragging her lifeless body to the center of the ring. 1, 2, and Liv just able to kick out right before the 3 count. Liv gets up, met with another big chop by Charlotte Flair. Another one, and she's going for the natural selection. She's hit it. It's got to be over here. 1, 2, and Liv just able to get the shoulder off the mat. And now it's Charlotte Flair's turn to be upset at the ref. She got right in the referee's face. Oh, what's Charlotte looking for here? Goes for that big, that flying knee, but Liv able to roll the other way, and Charlotte takes a hard landing there. They're going to follow Charlotte into the corner. Could be going for that diving bulldog. She is, and she's hit it. Liv Morgan can win it here. What? Not even a 1. Charlotte Flair kicks out. How devastating must that be for Liv Morgan? Hitting a big signature move and not even getting a 1 count. Liv looks a little rattled here. Charlotte's on her feet. Liv taking Charlotte to the corner, hits a couple kicks, and again going for more stomping to the lower back neck area, which is smart because a lot of Liv's arsenal targets that neck. That's Liv's trying to go to the top rope. Calling for Charlotte here. Charlotte's stumbling to her feet. Liv hits a big axe handle. Will that be enough? 1, 2, at least gets a 2 count this time. Liv Morgan not sure what else to do here. She's gone and pretty much hit Charlotte with everything she's got. Setting Charlotte up. And tossing her down the hard way as she hits the apron on the way to the floor on the outside. What's it? Liv to the top rope? What's she thinking here? Liv hits a huge diving splash from the top rope to the outside on the floor. Unbelievable, as Charlotte's in big trouble right now. What a move that was by Liv. And Liv's going to look to get Charlotte back in the ring. Is she going to go for the cover? That was an absolutely huge move. It must have knocked the wind out of both competitors. Liv's going to... Oh, she's looking for it. Look for the Oblivion. The top rope assists a complete shot. And she hits it. We can have a new champion. 1, 2, 3. Liv Morgan's done it. She's won the Raw Women's Championship. Huge win for Liv Morgan. And she's finally done it. She's turned it around, joined the NWO, and now she is Raw Women's Champion. Unbelievable match there. As here comes the NWO, they're going to celebrate together. WrestleMania Night 1 is over, and it was a clean sweep by the NWO. Stay tuned for Night 2, coming Thursday.